boys and girls, this is Jeff Martin from the Tea Party, and you're watching SMT.
Welcome to SMT Music News. This week we have a feature on the man behind the myth, Jeff Martin from the Tea Party. Kiss, Stone Sour, The Darkness, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, All American Rejects, 1927, Adelitas Way, Odyssey, Brand New Sin, Bambini, The Las Vegas, and more. First of all, let's cross to Los Angeles and get our updates from Shauna O'Donnell on what's happening over there.
Hey guys, this is Shauna O'Donnell and you are watching SMT Music News. In recent news, Stone Sour has begun recording their fourth album. With most of the new record already written, the band has headed to Sound Farm Studios to record. The album is expected in fall of 2012. For more on Stone Sour, go to www.stonesour.com. Feel Never Real is back home now after a very successful tour. They are getting ready to go out on the second leg of their Midwest tour, and actually one of those shows includes a date with Blackstone Cherry, so I'm really excited about that. Make sure you keep an eye on their page for dates and times, and go out and see one of their shows. The SMT is still currently out on the road, and they are booking actually shows all the way into summer now, so they should be coming to a town near you, so keep an eye out for that. www.thesamtheory.net. The All American Rejects' fourth studio album, called Kids in the Street, is now out and available on iTunes. The video for lead single Beekeeper's Daughter was directed by Isaac Rentz and includes a cameo from none other than Wayne Newton. The band is currently preparing for a run of East Coast dates in the US, including a performance at the Bamboozle Festival, before heading overseas for a UK tour supporting Blink 182. For more information on All American Rejects, including their tour schedule, please visit www.allamericanrejects.com. Syracuse-based band Brand New Sin has announced some tour dates in support of their new album, United States. On some of the dates, the band will perform as direct support for the legendary Slash. For tour dates, please visit www.brandnewsin.com. So hey guys, I attended the kickoff show for the Avalanche tour. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's Shinedown, Adelitas Way, New Medicine, and on some of the dates, it's going to be Art of Dying. Awesome show. I mean, it was just incredible. It was a packed house. I couldn't believe how many people were there. And Adelitas Way just was amazing. I mean, they're like definitely one of my favorite bands. Fans of Adelitas Way have a chance to get up close and personal with the band this year, as they'll offer VIP packages and meet and greet opportunities along the way. In 2011, Adelitas Way released 2 hit singles from their sophomore album, Homeschool Valedictorian. The group now prepares to take its third single, Power Ballad, Alive, to radio this spring. For more information, visit www.adelitaswaymusic.com. As always, it has been a pleasure, and I will see you guys next week. Until then, take care and support your local music.
Thank you so much, Shauna. Look forward to catching up with you next week. Jeff Martin, The Tea Party. Jeff Martin 777. What an amazing man. A gifted singer, songwriter, producer, engineer, a man gifted with so many talents and so many skills, and some of the things that he can do are amazing. We were lucky enough to get into Jeff Martin's studio and have an interview. We'll play a bit of it in a sec. Amazing. The full interview has so much fantastic, amazing information in it. Thank you so much for your hospitality, Jeff. Here's a bit of the interview. Check it out.
The Cobra. There's an underlying sinister, hypnotic effect that that animal has that I kind of feel that I share. I need to get this music out of me, or else I think I'd become a very dangerous person to myself and to those around me. So again, it's a cathartic process, and I've released 3 solo records since the hiatus of the Tea Party. So there was Exile in the Kingdom, then there was the project called The Armada, and then the 777 project, The Ground Cries Out. It's been wonderful, because it kept my creative flow happening and kept it healthy, And I think to a certain extent, if Providence plays a part, it all has to do with, the Tea Party coming back together, and, me basically as a producer and as an engineer and as a songwriter and everything, keeping my skills up to a point where I'm actually, better now than what I was in the past, so which will make the next Tea Party efforts that much more powerful. We're going to do a pretty big tour here in Australia in July, which we're all looking very forward to, and I'm sure the Australian fans are looking forward to. And then immediately after that, we go back to Canada in August. We're doing some festivals in Canada.
It would have been about 15 years ago. I had a beautiful place in old Montreal. And I lived in a 300-year-old place. I had candles lit everywhere. Incense was burning. I was reading my Aleister Crowley books. And I wrote this next song. We wrote this next song. And I think the devil came to Montreal one night. And he might still be here.
Now, if you could pick anyone out, alive or dead, to jam with, who would it be?
Well, I've done it, but I'll pick him again. And that would be Mr. Page. So, I mean, he's a great inspiration to my work, and became a great friend, and it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful experience to have such a hero in your life, and then you actually get to meet the man behind the myth, and it's even better than what you expect. So so anytime that Jimmy wants to have a jam, I'm in. girl that I'm producing she's from Townsville in Queensland, here in Australia. Her name is Kimberly Dawn License, and I guarantee you all that this is going to be a name that you're going to hear of in the very near future. She's an incredible talent, incredible voice, and it's a pleasure to work with her. So we're going to finish that record in May and take it from there.
Kiss are on tour from July. Did a gig the other day in New Orleans. Here's a bit of the footage.
I am with the one and only rock and roll legend, Gene Simmons. Thanks. Oh my God! That's the crowd's reaction out there. Can you hear him? All right, guys. Gene wants to hear you. They love you, Gene. Speaking of that, I tell you what, out there you've got fans from age 7 to 70. How does Kiss manage to transcend all those different age groups?
We love what we do. You can't fake. You got to be real. Get up on stage. Don't use tapes. All you divas out there, all you rappers, cut it out. Cut it out. Rock out. No more tapes. This is real. We're going to go out there and show Nolans how the big boys do it. Real rock, raw, uncooked. Triple A, let me hear ya!
Now here's Katie Rose with her updates on what happened at the CMC Music Festival.
Hey, this is Katie Rose from Scar TV. I'm here to talk to you today about CMC Rocks the Hunter. I was lucky enough to go along for 3 days camping. Yes, it was muddy and very wet, but we got through it alright. I was so lucky to be front row center when Tim McGraw, my love, came on stage. Yeah, Faith Hill was there too, and she was really awesome. I actually wasn't expecting her to be so good. So, girl power! Woo, go Faith. Tim, on the other hand, I think I almost passed out from the screaming. We made special shirts, and I managed to take mine off and throw it at him. He looked at it, really confused, and kind of threw it back. Which is alright, because then I put it back on, and it's like I had his hands all over me, right? We also met Steve Ford. Actually, I didn't know who he was until we met him, but he is apparently the face of CMC. Cool dude. He raps a lot for a country music festival.
Well, I'm packing up my game and I'm head out west. Real women coming quick, scripts and face. Find a nest in the hills, chill like Flint. Buying on the drop top, find a spot to pin.
All in all, the 3-day festival was a lot of fun. There was a lot of booze, overpriced mid-strength booze, but still we managed to make it work. The campgrounds were muddy as, I mean, how everybody got out on the last day is beyond me. I did a bit of mud running in my little Yaris. Overall, it was a fantastic weekend. It took me a few days to recover. So that's your wrap up of CMC Rocks the Hunter. My hot tip for the week. You guys have got to check out Tim McGraw's new single of his new album, The One That Got Away. This song is going to be huge. This is Katie Rose and you're watching SMT.
Excellent.
Bands to keep an eye out for. Thanks to Amnesia Bookings in Europe, here's a band that's ripping it up in Sweden called Odyssey.
Wicked witch, don't put your spell on me. Wicked witch, don't put your spell on me.
Another great band to keep an eye on from Helsinki, Finland is the Los Bastardos. Gold Coast band to keep an eye on is Bambini. Great sound.
Think inside the box and ask a stupid question.
tour dates and gigs. The Darkness are on tour. Check the net for details. In Australia, they're brought out by Andrew McManus. Locally, they're at the 4th of May at the Eaton Hills Hotel.
This is day 4 of show 3 of the Darkness' North American Power Tour. We're in New York City, which is in the state of New York in the United States of the Americas. And we're terrifically excited because this is, well, it's not Hollywood, it's the equivalent of Hollywood, but on our side of it. There's Andy, he's our sound man. He's the reason we sound amazing.
Hi. These.
And this.
That's it. It's a combination of the two.
1927, on the 8th of April, we're at the Roebuck Bay Hotel, thanks to the Pushworth Group. Check the Pushworth Group's website for more details. Now let's have a bit of a flashback to one of the early interviews that we did on Scar TV. Here's a bit of Sigrid Savage and The Poor.
You guys have been supporting some big names in the music industry, like you mentioned before, AC/DC, Kiss, Van Halen, Rose Tattoo. What was it like to play with such infamous rock gods? Was it a bit intimidating, or?
No, awesome. It's great. It's exactly what we wanted to do. Yeah.
Not intimidating at all. It was. We're pretty easy to get on with sort of guys, and we like to have a drink and have a party, and most of those guys in those big bands do too. You know, that's how they got there in the first place. You know, just having fun and playing their own music, and they're musos just like everyone else that are in the industry, and they just love. They're just cool people too. You know?
I'm sure you guys got up to a lot of no good on tours. Have you got any interesting stories from the road that you'd like to share with our viewers?
No, we can't really share that.
Nothing that's really PG rated?
No, that's it. Well, you know, we'll have to go to XXX rated sort of stuff there.
There'll be a lot of bleating.
Yeah.
What plans do you guys have for the future for the poor?
Same as always, world domination.
World domination, just being awesome in general.
Yeah, awesomeness.
Awesome.
If we could keep writing and recording and releasing and playing, then that's our plan.
Yeah, that's what we do. You know, it's what we've always done.
You guys are very pure rock and roll, and it's brilliant. Alrighty, guys. Well, you guys have been great to interview. Thank you very much for coming and paying us some attention.
Well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming.
For more information on The Poor, you can find them on Facebook, MySpace, or at www.thepoor.com.au.
If you touch her, she won't smile.
The Last Vegas, Chad Cherry and The Last Vegas. Las Vegas have been ripping it up all across the US, touring with bands like Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Motley Crue, Ace Frehley, Papa Roach, Buck Cherry, Whitesnake, just to mention a few. They also went and ripped Spain apart. Not long ago, Chad Cherry put together a bit of a segment called Ask Chad Cherry. It's unique. Check this out. This is Chad Cherry and Ask Chad Cherry.
Hello, you know me, this is Chad Cherry, and welcome to my show, AskChadCherry.com. This is going to be an exciting episode, I can tell you what. Let's get started, come on, time's wasting. First question comes from Christina Moran from Helsinki, Finland. Dear Chad Cherry, do you have a best friend? Me? Have a best friend? Actually, you know what? I've got a lot of friends, but I have one best friend. And I don't think I could have made it this far without his love, support, and kindness. Let's introduce him to you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my very best friend in the whole wide world. This is Vito. Say hey, Vito. Right on, brother. Vito helps me out with just about everything I do in life. Come to think of it, there's not a whole lot that we don't do together. We go out, and we get in fights together. Yeah! He helps me study for my masters. He teaches me how to cook. He teaches me the way of nature and how to be kind towards animals. We like to get drunk. All sorts of crazy stuff together, man. Vito, where's my keys? Vito, where's my keys, man? Where's my keys? And we've always got girls together. Isn't that right, Vito? And he taught me how to play the guitar.
If it wasn't for Vito, there would be no Chad Cherry.
I love you, Vito. You're number one.
Alright, let's see here. Next question comes from Matthew Fry out of Tallahassee, Florida. Matthew wants to know, Chad Cherry, what do your parents think of your music? Well, my parents are 100% pro Las Vegas. I have a picture of my mom here in her prime, and I also have a picture of my dad, who is also in his prime, looking good in this one. Alright, enough of this lovey-dovey stuff, huh? This question comes from Kevin Belmont, from Manhattan, NYC. Chad Cherry, what is your favorite television show? Well, Kevin, that's pretty simple. The greatest television show on Earth. Alright, this is the last question that I'm going to answer because I really got to take a pee. The last question of today will be from my homeboy Hans Lever, living in Tel Aviv. Most rock stars do drugs to help them write music. Is this true in your case? I abuse substances once in a while, but it's only for the music. And I find that this stuff just helps me write hit songs.
I don't think I have a problem with this stuff, right, Hans?
So, I'm out of here, because I gotta go write music now. This is a big waste of time for everything. I just want to say that I love.
I love you, man. I'll see you guys all in hell. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. I want to thank everyone out there that's supporting SMT Music News. You guys rock. This is Steve Kuhn, and you're watching SMT Music News. See you next week.
Understood. Keep me informed. Picard out.